guys and girls in the Illumination. Time to jump aboard the Loom Train. It's me, it's JJD, JJ Double J, the Illuminator here. The Sweet One! Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. Listen, not every job is for every person. Let me tell you a little story here. Back in the day, even before my Walmart days, my salad days as I call them, even before that, when I first started out working in retail, I was at a store, and I've done videos way in the past about this store around here. They're all over the place. It's called Ocean State Job Lot. They're kind of like a miniature version of a Walmart, but they're like Ollie's. They deal with closeouts and stuff like that, so you never know what you're going to find. But, back in the day, there was probably, I don't know, getting off topic here, but I think the selection back in the day was a lot better. Definitely a lot cheaper, but anyway, I digress. I was putting out stock in, which is, it's in layman's terms, I was putting stuff from the back room, grabbing boxes, putting them on a wagon, and bringing them out into the cleaning department, the paper goods and chemicals, as Walmart calls them. And I was putting out things like, a fabric softener and laundry soap and stuff like that, putting it onto the shelves, pricing it up for people to buy. Well, management brings over this kid. It was probably around my age. At the time, I was like, 22 years old, maybe a little younger. Around my age, brings this kid over who looked like he was, for lack of a better term, like he looked like he'd never been in a store in his life. He had that look on his face like, someone that took an exit off the highway into a really bad neighborhood. But they told me his name was Matt. So this is Matt, and we'd appreciate if you can show him what you're doing and how you're doing, what you're doing here, and blah, 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 management said. Show him the ropes, basically. So, that being said, I started to tell him, you look on the box, and it has the code, and you put the code on the sticker. At the time, around here, they don't usually put stickers on the items anymore. You have to look on the shelf to see what the price is, and half the time, they don't even have that. I digress. Again, story for another day and another cup of coffee. So at the time, we had to price everything. So say it was laundry soap and it was $2.99. Shows you right here on the little pricing gun. Showed him how to do that and put the little code on the top and how to price it and stock it. We worked together. He was very quiet. Worked together. He didn't have much questions. It was pretty simple stuff. We'd get stuff and bring it out and put it out and blah, blah, blah. It was mostly, if I remember correctly, it was all for the like cleaning supplies and stuff. Well, it was time for lunch break. At the time, it was like 11:30 in the morning, 11:45, 12 o'clock noon. Time for lunch break. I got to sneeze. Oh, my goodness. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Well, it was 11:30, 11:45, 12 o'clock. It was lunch break. I digress again. So I went to lunch. I stayed there. He left. I stayed in the break room. I had my lunch with me. Well, came time to go back to work, and there's no Matt. All of a sudden, management came up to me and said, "What'd you do to Matt?" I said, "I didn't do anything. We went to lunch, and he left. He was going to go grab some food. And it was like in a plaza area, a strip mall, so there was places to eat. He never came back, apparently. They said, well, I guess he didn't like the job. And, in retrospect, just the look on his face, I guess the job wasn't for him. Point being, not every job is for every person. You can't expect because you do a certain thing that your kids are going to want to do that. Or because your parents did it, you're going to like it. Everyone's different. I'm sure Matt ended up getting a job somewhere, something better that he liked. And either it was too boring or what. It just didn't seem like it was for him. And that happens in life. So don't push people into jobs that might not be for everyone. Little story and a little tip from your Uncle Loom, your Uncle JJ. Anyway, you know anything like this? Put your comments below. Sail Eversky, I'm off to the races. I love you all. Stay safe. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
This meal wasn't fit for Smithers.